this on the playback, welcome. If you haven't already hit the subscribe button, go ahead and hit it. I don't mind. Leave down in the comments section. If you like the video, go ahead and hit that like button. Now, I'm going to give it a few minutes for some people to come in on here and see what's going on. I still got about 45 minutes before I can actually pick up this load. So, just chilling. Figured I'd do a quick live since I haven't posted a video in like 4 days. So, seeing how everyone else is going. See, we got a couple people in here. Go ahead, leave down in the comments. Say hello. If you got any questions, go ahead and drop some questions. Probably wait till around the 2-minute mark before we'll actually get this thing started. I did pick up something over there at Rennie's Chrome Shop for the FLD. I'm going to try that out. If I liked it, I'm going to put it on most of the trucks. Hopefully it'll make doing some things on the trucks a little bit easier. Oh yeah. About 30 more seconds and we'll actually get this thing going. But go ahead, leave some comments. Whoever's in here, shows we got 4 people watching. Yo, what's up, man? What's up, Omar? Yeah, buddy. All right, I think we're close enough. So I picked this little thing up that I'm going to put on the truck. Hopefully it'll make oil changes a little bit easier. It's one of these easy oil drain valves. For y'all that know, I basically fluid washed my engine because I was getting fuel contamination at a massive scale, and this will actually make it help emptying it into jugs a lot easier. So I figured I'll try this, and if I like it, and if it'll help actually make oil changes a lot easier to do on my own, I'll do that. So I picked this thing up, and now after reading it, I was probably supposed to grab one of those other adapter pieces, like a 45-degree angle or a straight. I don't know. We'll figure it out. We'll see how it goes. But we got any questions in here? Nothing yet. Wow. Okay. But yeah, I don't know if y'all caught the last live. I did delete it afterwards, but I'm about done with Amazon. It's to the point now where it's kind of a joke, just what these rates are. Before with the dedicated contracts, those rates were pretty good, but those are even dropping now. The regular standard rates are dropping when freight rates across the U.S. are actually at a high. I mean, hell, even just looking on the load board the other day, I could see loads going $4 or $5 a mile, even just staying local here. Um, like, I don't know if y'all know about Florida freight, but freight from north to south of Florida pays almost twice as what it is from south to north. But even that freight going south to north, you're finding for around $3 a mile. So the simple fact of supply and demand is definitely in effect. That and the simple fact that I haven't hauled a full Amazon trailer in a while. And I think part of that's to do with the epidemic, just because they weren't letting things come in, especially from like China and stuff. But hell, I last night, for example, I pulled a trailer that had 1 pallet in it, and I think that might be affecting rates as well. Uh, for the simple fact, we have so many people running Amazon right now, and they keep trying to get more. But if the volume's low and there's so many people trying to go for it, it's kind of screwing everyone over. But that's just my opinion on what exactly is happening. Or it could just be that Amazon just doesn't give a damn and they really don't care. Which I'm leaning closer towards that second one. Yeah, because anyone that's ever hauled Amazon knows that they really don't give a shit about you. Pardon my language. But yep, if y'all caught the last live, yes, I am looking into other things. I'm supposed to be going one day this week and looking at a couple of different trailers. One is a hopper bottom, one's a frameless end dump. So I don't know. Go back to the keeping it simple. Trying to I don't know, do something different. I'm so bored of running dry van and like reefer and on occasion flatbed. I've done it for so many years now that it it doesn't excite me to actually get up and go haul a load, or you're not actually you don't you know, I'm not feeling fulfilled anymore. You know what I mean? I mean, it when the way it used to be, I mean, I was happy to drive and see different sites and stuff like that, and you used to know you were actually making a difference. Now, and with basically hauling Amazon, they don't give a damn about you. Uh, they're not going to pay shit. They're leaning more towards paying, basically trying to get everybody into doing their whole lease program, and they're giving them priority of 90% of the loads, and basically trying to feed us out. Come peak season, I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen. If the rates are right, yeah, we'll run it. If not, I don't know. But not too much else going in here. Shows we got 4 people in here. Go ahead and leave a comment. If y'all got any questions, go ahead and leave them down there. So I'd like to answer a few questions. I know it's a Sunday and not many people are watching, but it is what it is. Fun times. I didn't sleep for crap last night, you guys. The rear AC in this truck doesn't work, and I do not have front curtains on it. Omar, I have a question. All right, what's your question? Give him some time to type. Hmm. I heard that you can't work on your business if you work in your business. How do you build a fleet when you work in it? Um, Building the fleet's not the hard part. Um, the hardest part is time management and basically having to be available at all hours, 24/7, 365. That's the hardest part. Um, Now, say like with Amazon, it was actually very easy. And how do you transition to leverage labor instead of selling time for money? Basically, what I do is if I have somebody in a truck, I'll book them up for an entire week. That way, I know that they're already booked. That normally only take one whole day, and if there's any problems being available for it, those loads I know roughly what I should be making, um, and I know roughly what fuel costs should be, and I schedule when the services have to be done. Now, bringing on owner operators is a little bit different, because when you bring on owner operators, yes, they're running under your insurance, DOT, and everything. You can give them the option to pick their own freight, which that'll take a big load off your shoulders, or if you are booking their freight, it's a little bit rougher because them being an owner operator, you can't basically just tell them, hey, this is where you have to be, and say they don't want to work. Then you're stuck trying to cover a load that they don't want to run, and you got to basically move things around and cover things that way. Uh, that's the easiest way to do it. Can I step out of a truck and just manage? Yes. Up until a couple of weeks ago, I hadn't been in a truck for almost 4 months, and that's basically all I was doing. Um, I hope that answers your question. And then also, once you get above, in my opinion, once you get above 10 trucks, then you should definitely hire somebody, whether them just to be like basically help dispatching or in different aspects of the company. Um, Maintenance wise, if you know a good mechanic, hire them to be on call or to be able to just work on your equipment. That way it's not on you. And basically make good relationships in the industry. Adrian, what's good? Not just waiting. How hard is it to learn dispatching? You can take a program, or you can basically do trial by fire like I did. Um, Trial by fire basically means you're winging it until you figure out a good way that works for you. I mean, look at BOC. He did the same thing. You got to make a lot of mistakes before you learn the right way, and it's just trying to learn what works. Now, if you are going to dispatch somebody, say an owner operator, it's a pain in the ass because you have to learn how they are. Basically, learn what kind of loads they like, what kind of loads they don't like, what kind of weights they like, what they don't like. Basically, learn the mannerisms of their trucks, um, and have very good communication between the two of you, because you got to know basically when they're going to be wanting off. That way, you're not stuck with a load that you can't cover. Do you have a brokerage? No, I do not have a brokerage. Which that is something I am actually looking into. With my next company, I am starting once I am basically done with this one and my partners, which is actually coming very soon. Let's see. Did I miss any questions? Any course or books you recommend? Um, not really. I was always the type just to learn by doing it, and I've made so many mistakes that I've learned from that it basically once you make a mistake in this industry, say, all right, here's one. I ended up booking a load. Now this was years ago, but I ended up booking a load. I did not really know about freight rate very well, and I thought I was getting a phenomenal deal. I was straight out of basically going from contracted on with a company to starting my own. And it was, I thought I was getting a phenomenal deal at booking something for $1.50 a mile. Little did I know that the simple fact that when a broker like jumps at that rate, and they're so quick to say, yeah, no problem, you're probably doing something wrong. Or you basically just undersold the hell out of yourself like I did. And you basically learn it, and then you learn where to look and find what actual rates are going from. And then basically learning how to actually go to a direct shipper and talk with them, find out what they're actually paying and what lanes that you'd be willing to run, um, and have a bare minimum, and but always try and go on the high side, but never try and book under your bare minimum price, especially in this industry. And honestly, the bare minimum should be a lot higher than what it is with a lot of companies now. How is the loads finding coming direct customers? That's great. Um, I picked up 4 direct customers just in the last 2 months. Well, I put the work in like almost 3 months ago, and then they came in basically into fruition over the last couple of months. But yeah, it goes good. It's a lot easier than y'all actually think it is. It just takes time, patience, and you got to know how to basically talk to people and don't lie to them. That's the biggest thing. Do not lie to a shipper saying you can do something when you can't achieve it just to start getting a contract. I mean, if you can't fulfill say 10 loads a week, don't tell them you can. And another thing, don't run illegal just to do so, just to keep that customer happy. Be honest with them straight off the rip, and it'll work out in the end. How many trucks do you need to get direct customers? Hell, you can get direct customers with just one truck. It just you, it does limit you. Um, Now, I think a better question on that one would be, how many trailers would you need to get direct shipper to get a direct contract? Because a lot of people like the whole drop and hook aspect, and they like to be able to take their time in loading something. Um, there are so many different customers where you basically set it up where you just leave one trailer there for them basically preload over a couple of days, and then you basically come swap out. If you can do that, and they have the room there at the facility, you're a lot more likely to get the contract than basically having to be live loaded and live unloaded every time. Let's see. Hey, Shawn. Hope all is getting better. Yep, all is good. Just here in the truck, dealing with some things. Let's see. We got any more questions coming in out there yet? Well, if we ain't got any more questions, I took your advice. I got an older truck and I'm starting to learn the ropes. Nice, man. Biggest thing with an older truck, you gotta learn how to work on them. 99 Century with a Series 60. Exact same truck I am sitting in right now. This